What's up, guys? Douchebag Adams here. So, as you might have known, Jagex decided to release Dungeoneering a day early, so got it down here. I figured since I have some experience, like a lot of experience playing Hearthstone, drafted in like an arena, because like for a long time I was like completely free to play in that game, only getting my collection through cards. I figured I'd make a Dungeoneering like draft guide for some of the newer people. So I'm just gonna go through like a draft and talk about my picks, so some of you guys can get the ideas behind it, like what you're supposed to be doing, because it is confusing for some of the newer people. So as you see, your first run is free, which you know, it's usually how it works. It's gonna be 1,500, a little bit more than a pack, so pretty much like the 150 gold from Hearthstone is the same thing. 100 platinum tokens to get in, so if you want to do it for free, you could just level up to Legends level 10, and then there's 100 platinum tokens right there for free. You get a free arena run, Dungeoneering run, and if you're good, you know, that's how you would just keep extending your collection without spending any money, because it's a lot faster than just playing all these ranked games all day when you don't even have, you know, the best cards to win with. So anyway, better. I feel like so you get to choose from 2 instead of 3, which makes sense, I guess, because there's a lot more heroes in Hearthstone than Legends and Engineering. But if I had to pick between these two, I'd pick Venescula probably, just because Linza, she's gonna need like a lot more specific things to do well, and really, when you're doing a Dungeoneering run or drafting a deck like this, you don't want to have to pick a champ or pick cards that are real situational or rely on you to get certain things, because most of the time you just won't get them. Maybe earlier on, like these days, before like more cards release, you'll be able to, because there's less cards. But in general, you'll just, like, as you'll see me talk, like making like a pirate deck or goblin deck, or even just like I don't know, a dragon deck that exists. It won't work because there just won't be enough cards. So okay, so we got these 5 cards, and they're all rare. So they're all the same rarity, it would seem. Okay. So it's, again, same as Hearthstone, something I'm familiar with. So now, here's what I'm talking about, like the situational aspect of picking cards. Just draw one Vampire card, like, it's pretty much, in my opinion, not even good and constructed. So it won't be good in Arena either, or Dungeoneering. You're gonna have to excuse me. It's gonna be hard for me to remember to call it Dungeoneering and not Arena. But so this card, you pay 2 to draw 1, pretty much, which is meh to begin with. But you get the specific Vampire that you put in your deck, which could be good, but then, I don't know. You have to kill it, so it just, this card, I could draft the first, and then never just get a Vampire the rest of the arena, and that Dungeoneering run, and then it's just useless. You would just not want to pick this card. So you just want to pick things that are just objectively good on their own. So, like, this, I need to draft, you know, allies for this to be useful. Like, I had to draft 50, like, so many allies. I had to have at least 4 in my hand for this to work. So my deck's gonna have to have at least like almost 10 allies for this to see any sort of value. I don't really like Fire Shade. I don't even like Shadowstalk, but the ability to strike is pretty good, and you know, this is like some reach damage, so I'll pick that. Treborn, obviously way worse than Serdor, the Ariane only card, but he could be good. Griefing is really good in Chronicle because people don't ever really play around that stuff, and especially in Dungeoneering, I feel like people are probably going to be real prone to pick real strong cards for their cool benefits, like their effects, like something like Grave Creeper, but something actually useful. So I feel like Griefing is probably going to be real strong in Dungeoneering because people just won't expect it. And yeah, so I'm gonna take him. Okay, so then we got 5 Sapphire cards. I was hoping I would get Sticky Sander, so I could tell you, I literally could explain to you guys. This is the card I was thinking about, honestly, more than not anything about Pirates. So, this guy, technically, if you played him every single chapter, he would be like, you know, to 20 to your rival. But you gotta spend a cannonball, which you gotta generate somehow, which, you know, which means you have to get another card first for this dude to work. And then you need to keep getting the cannonballs too. So it's like this guy on his own is useless. So you gotta find a way to keep getting the cannonballs, which isn't gonna happen because not even all the pirates give you the cannonballs, only certain ones. And he really has no other synergy with pirates. This is an example of a power card you might want to pick by itself, and then maybe, I don't know, I would never suggest going pirates, but if you were to do something like that, this is something you would start off of South Sea Pillager, because I know you kind of can't see the top of it because my face is in the way. Yeah, I'll try to fix that for you guys real quick. So just so you can see the card. There you go. So, before attack, not too bad. It's the same thing as like the Skeleton Warrior, which gives you 3 gold. But he takes 2 from him, and he gives your rival and gives you the 1/1 weapon. So on its own, it's an okay card. So you won't really ever suffer from picking this. Maybe if you're trying to make a pirate only deck, but this you would, because you have to get pirates after this. So you don't want something like that. This is an idea of a card on its own. It's just objectively good. You could, you know, if you have 3 attack, you're pretty much dealing 4 to your rival, and if you have 2, you're dealing 2 to yourself to deal 4 to them. So it's good. So yeah. And we're going to need draw. The heal is good. Combat Academy is not that good. I don't understand why people will play that, but you can just play Gaika for 0 and just get a 1/2 instead of a 2/2. There's better weapons in this. Don't ever... You can get this. I would not recommend it, though. Okay. There he is. So we're not going to get him, obviously. This is actually a... You're gonna come across... when you get like a 5-card pool to pick from where they're all pretty much, you know, lackluster, but you gotta make a choice, obviously. So you just gotta do like process of elimination. Get rid of the ones that are never gonna help you. This will never help me. This could, but I just don't see how a Venesco deck is really gonna make it work outside of Strength Potion. And the thing is, since we're so early into picking, we could technically go with like a Strength Potion instead of like a weapon, because we might draw into some big dude who we want the 5 temporary for, as opposed to the 5/2. But I think I definitely want the weapon because it can heal, and I have no healing as of right now other than Haunted Leech. This is kind of negligible in my opinion. So now it's literally just pick your poison, you know. Taxo could be okay. Remove 4 health and then remove 2 from yourself. He's you know, you're never really ever doing too much to yourself to kill him. Joker. Oh, I didn't really mean to pick Joker. I right clicked. I didn't mean to. I would have picked Toxo. But just so you guys know, don't right click, because right clicking actually picks as well. Okay. Mimic. If Mimic was going to be good on any deck, it would be a Venesco deck, so we won't count this out. Drunken Pirate is another pirate that, again, you could put in any regular deck, but he's just meh. The pirate tag is really the reason why he doesn't do more, because the pirate tag is valuable. He could be doing more than just removing 1 and give you 1 gold, so you got to think like this. He's just really not worth it, honestly, unless you were trying to go for a pirate deck. But if he was your he's not a bad option, is my point too. Like, if he was the best out of these, then yeah, you would pick him. But I think we could do better on this track. The Ring of Recoil might be okay. Ring of Recoil is always a decent pick. 4 temporary, huh? If I'm mortal. I kind of like the Emissary. It's almost like a grief. If you hit someone with the durability loss after they build a weapon and they try to kill someone big, you probably will win the game. How's my gold game looking? So you can click this. I don't know if you guys do this information button at the top, and it'll also show you like all the things you'll be gaining total through your deck. So we only have 2 gold gain. So that's something we got to keep in mind when we go through the drafts. I don't think we're that stressed right now where we have to pick something with gold, so I'm going to take the Terror Dog, honestly. Okay. This is a really good Venescular card in general, so you probably just going to take this almost every time you see it. Especially if you have heal. If you have 3 attack, it's deal 8 to yourself, deal 8 to them, gain 3 gold, and then just you can heal up afterward, you know? So Alpha Werewolf's a good card. Trey's Stayeth is only... I don't think he'll ever be good in Dungeoneering. He would need like a specific build to be good in. Dagannoth could work in Venescula, but it's not going to work in this deck. There's no target for worthy, so I might have to go with the Longsword. I don't like doing the 2 weapons, but the rest of the draft, just we won't pick any more weapons is the point. The 3rd, Sapphire Hollow again. Oh man. So obviously we're picking him. Do we even have any vampires? No, so there's literally, like I said, a useless dead card pretty much in these drafts. Don't want this. Greater Demon is good. 2 gold and strike, which means, for those of you who don't know, strike is the same thing as battle, except for your opponent doesn't get the hit back, so it's pretty good, honestly. Especially in Dungeoneering, when you might not be able to get, like, healing, so you might not want a battle, honestly, unless you're trying to remove their weapon durability. So, yeah. Since we have 2 weapons, I don't think we need the temporary attack now. I think we can safely pick the shade. Okay, rares. Or rubies, nice. Gain health to maximum, that's interesting. Creature's health. This could be a really nice grief card, but I just don't have enough gold to really use it, so I should probably just look the other way. Total attack. So this is a tough pick, because right now I really don't have enough buffs to ever make this work. Although I think this could be a good card in Dungeoneering, just because healing yourself to full seems like a old fishing trawler. It's just really good if it's unexpected, and there's really, if you go from like 10 to 30, it's hard for constructed decks to take you down. So I feel like it would be hard for a randomly thrown about Dungeoneering deck too as well. But right now I don't have any real way to take this down safely, so it would be a dead card in those situations. And that's another thing. You always want to try to minimize the amount of dead cards you take, which is why I'm like don't like Saffron Hollow. That's a dead card. Like you would take like the shitty one of the pirates that only removes the gold over him, because they at least have some purpose. You know, they could do something. For Saffron, he's just sitting on there mocking you. So always think about that when you're picking picks, especially early, because you might think, like, oh, I got the Saffron Hollow early, I can just draft vampires. But I think I've only seen like two so far, halfway through, and only one of them was even somewhat okay. But anyway, oh well, here's one right here. But so you would need 7 attack to make this worth it, because then you would deal 7, and then another 7 kill it, and then you would go +1, and he'd go -8. I think that's actually decent. I have 2 weapons, so I could do it. Draw some more help maybe later. So, I think I'm going to do it, actually. This card I actually like a lot, but I just don't see the gold to do it. Or else I would, because I really like the idea of this grief card. Botanic cabbages I don't think are good. Just people, I don't know. I feel like loading their hand up isn't that good in Dungeoneering. So I think out of these picks, which are kind of meh, I think Crypt might be the best, because it's like a heal, and then we could use it with a weapon if we needed to. Because I don't really have a lot of gold, but maybe I will just go Melzar. I think I'm just gonna go Melzar. So there's a gold game with Ali. So we're just gonna take that right off the bat, because we need it. So, which of these cards is probably objectively best? I would probably say Werewolf Rebel, because we need the gold and the health. Dealing 4 to them, dealing 2 to ourselves isn't that bad, because we do have a decent amount of health gain right now. With a 2/3 weapon, it could help us too. So it's really, I'm honestly deciding almost at this point on the 1 gold as opposed to 2, because I really do need it. I would take pretty much the same damage almost attacking these from 2 HP, because my rival will be taking damage this way too. The 2/3 weapon could be good. Some of these creatures I really don't have a way to kill. I think I'm going to take the Barbarian Warrior, because you look at some of these and I don't have any attack gain, so I think I really do need that early weapon. Flying Leech. I think Flying Leech, because I need some more health, couldn't hurt as an Escula. And now, we're the opponent. I only have 1 target, not worth it. Sergeant Grimspike. Not worth it, I think. If I'd have to use a weapon pretty much to kill this guy. And then I would get 2 gold for my troubles and deal 6. No. I think the dual tournament, I like to draw a card more than anything on it, because it just replaces the card, and you can use it to push for the lethal, like the win. You can draw, get rid of weapon durability, so it has a lot of flexibility for 1 gold, honestly. So, Dr. Frankenstein. Oh, actually, this is a good grief card. 3 to your next. Okay. Hmm. So this is again a dead, real dead Dungeoneering card. Meg, don't pay 4 costs for your next ship. You would need to get a perfect draft for that to work. KVD. That'd solve my cold problems, but I would take so much. I think Frankenstein for the grief of Triborn is actually a decent strat. That would fix the gold game problem, wouldn't it? Just you don't really get, like, 11 gold's a lot, but you really don't get too much for killing it. It's so hard to kill an 8/14 creature. I think Customs Officer, just with the, we could get a really good big gold gain out of him, and then just, from there. Okay. I already have a Shade, and I don't think it's good enough to take 2. What is it? Because these are actually all bad cards. Rugs and Burson would be okay. I've been talking shit about these Power cards, and I've been getting so many of them in this draft. But still, like, you would never know. It's so situational. So, although I wouldn't really recommend to draft this guy too much, because this is a card that really you have to play like a really right time, or like early on it's like a card you kind of have to know what the deck they're playing or something. It could be good. I feel like there's a lot of gold game to use it too. I won't be missing out on that 3 for it. And this is the kind of card where you play it on their weapon or their lunar spellbook, and they could just lose the game instantly. So if you know what you're doing, this is a really good card actually, Brooks in person. I think I'm gonna take him. Probably the Shade. I really don't want to, but I think I have to, because I can kill it with just 1 weapon charge. Fern, another good grief card. I'll probably take that. And there's another ship. Oh my god, Meg is looking at me right now and laughing. I had Elvarg. Oh wow. I don't even know what Elvarg does, to be honest, but I know I want Fern. That's a really good card. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that. Oh wow. The right click is getting me. I would have taken the Elvarg card. No. I think I'm going to take the Strike again, and maybe the Grief again. Because I can just use this to make sure I always kill my creature instantly whenever I use it. And people won't be expecting that. This is the 4th one. I'm thinking of the Shadow Stalk. And this is the last round, I think. After this. But I don't really know which one of these cards I want. They're all pretty bad. And I picked him by accident. Oh my god. Oh wow, I got a legend for the last pick. Do I get 2 or just get 1? Papa Mambo is bad. Double your gold. No, I don't think I'd want that. Halve the health of both legends. Oh man. That's an interesting one. But roll the Stout. I get 2, okay. This is a tough choice. Double your gold? No, I don't think I need that. This is half health. I do have a lot of battles, though. So Virago could be okay. A 5/5, and then I get their attack, so it could be like a 7/5. Got 1. 3 ways to battle forcefully. And then I could strike twice, yeah. So, I would say, other than the misclicks I made, which won't matter too much. They will. I'll eventually draw that crawling Gravekeeper or whatever, the Gravekeeper, and then I'll really regret it. But it shouldn't matter too much, especially because I feel like I had a decent amount of card draw. I'll update you guys on how this deck performs. I myself, I'm gonna guess like 5 wins, maybe something like that, maybe 6 if I'm lucky. It's okay, but it's just if I don't really get the a good draw with like the strikes and the weapons, or I don't get like the grief cards in at the right time, it's just gonna fall flat, and I'll just sit there stealing like 3 health, 4 health per turn as my opponent's like equipping D long swords and a snapshot at me to the face or something. So it's not a bad deck, but I really wanted to do this to show some of the new players like the dangers of picking some of these synergized cards and the tribe cards, because you don't get too many of them, because the card pool actually is like almost 300 cards, so it's pretty big. And if you're thinking you 15 rounds, you see 5 cards, it's not that many. So yeah, I think you only see like 200 something cards. So yeah, so you always just want to be efficient with it. Don't get trapped by some of the lead, both diamonds or really the ruby cards that seem like they have crazy effects, but they require so much to do. Like I know Dragon Forge for Lens that double the weapon durability. Like that's, I've seen some people try to do that, and Hurl for like an OTK or something. But it's just you just want things you can play almost every turn, things that you could play, and even though you could play them every turn, you could possibly combo them together. You just want things on their own that are outright good. Combo pieces in Dungeoneering, unfortunately, aren't too good unless they can be comboed with multiple things. Because what will happen is you'll just end up holding them in your hand until your opponent gets an advantage, and since you didn't pick the specific cards in your deck, you might not have the heal or whatever. So every turn you just want to be playing 4 cards that are decent on their own. Okay? So I'll post this up, and I'll put in the description what my record is. Maybe I'll upload a few games that I played on this deck and do some commentary after I play them or something. But thanks for guys watching. Yeah, have some fun with Dungeoneering Chronicle. See ya.